I think there's snuggling room there. There's definitely snuggling room there. Reading is a basic. Everybody needs to learn to read. But learning to read in a fun way so it doesn't become a chore is really important. And learning how to read books with your children. We want you to read and listen to them, but it's so important that you actually read books that they can't read. Read aloud. That's why they're going to pick up vocabulary and interesting books. And please look like you're enjoying it, okay? Because if you look like, oh, this is just a task, don't want to do it, oh my goodness, you know, I need to be on Facebook, oh, because that's so important. No. Then it is not, that message is going to transfer to your children. No. Okay? We're asking you to read for 15 to 20 minutes a night. That's not a lot, is it? Not a lot at all. What we'd like to do this evening, my colleagues and I, is show you how not to do it. So I have Mrs. Wilkens, Mum, Miss Kottmann, little girl, and they're going to show you how to read. Please don't think that we actually think you read like this at home, okay? But you'll get the idea of what not to do. So we'd like to model what not to do. I'd like to sort of interrupt these two quite a lot to tell them where they're going wrong. And then, with hot chocolate and marshmallows and cookies, we'd like you to try to okay? Oh, no, boys and girls can chatter. Boys and girls. Boys and girls. We have colleagues from KG2, grade 1, grade 2 and grade 3 here. Thank you so much for helping us out tonight. So when you try it out, we're here to help you. So the book we're going to read to you tonight is called Apples and Pumpkins. I know pumpkins were a couple of weeks ago, weren't they? But maybe still relevant. Okay? So, would you like to read?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you have to watch these today.
Alright, you ready? Mommy, you're a book. Can we read? Can we read? Apples and pumpkins. Apples and
Does she look enthusiastic? Did you see the big sign? Such excitement from the little girl about reading the book. Really excited. And all she got was a big sign. What's that Mum's got in her hand?
an iPad.
This, mums and dads, is a big no-no. There's nothing going on Facebook in the next 15 minutes you need These? No. These have to go. Please. So, shall we try again? Let's try again. See if one can be a bit better than she was.
Mommy, can we read this book? Apples and pumpkins.
Uh-oh. No.
Mama needs to.
She got better then because she pulled the little girl in. You know, reading's supposed to be a joint effort. Get together. It's a really good idea to have a reading spot. You know, whether it's after bath, if you're lying in bed, or you snuggle up on the sofa, but not one either end. This is why we call it Storytime Snuggles. Get together and engage. The other thing is, when you go to a bookshop for a book, what do you look at first, mums and dads? There's a lot of books on a shelf. Do you pick them up and never look at this? What do you look at first? Mum? You look at the picture, you look at the title. This was, open your book and read it. No, when you're in a bookshop, this is what you look at first. And in school, we call this front loading. It's talk about the book. What do you think the book's going to be about? What's the title? Have you ever had a pumpkin? When did we have a pumpkin? What did we do with the pumpkin? What's this little girl doing? I'm sort of asking you mummies and daddies at the minute, not you. Is that okay? Because I know you know this. So, before you start to read, have a look at the front cover. Okay? Talk about it. You're making predictions. What's the story going to be about? And you're building that excitement of going into the book. The other thing you can do is what we call in reading workshop a sneak peek. A sneak peek is looking at the pictures first. It's a bit like having the cherries off the ice cream, isn't it? Yeah? I like the cherries and the sprinkles first. Go through. Have a little sneak peek at the pictures. Because you can actually read the story through pictures. Try that with them first. We've not got to the words yet. So shall we try again? Mum, can we try this time, please?
Apples and pumpkins.
So we're going to pretend you talk with all that, okay?
When red and yellow leaves are on the trees, we go to the Comstock farm.
Stop. Do you see what Mum did? There's a word she couldn't read. She just told her. That's the word. Now, in some cases, some of the words they're never going to come across again. This word, you'll see it in a minute, she's probably never going to read the name of the farm.
It might be coming out.
If you tell the word to a child, they will learn it for that day. If you use strategies to build up the word, they'll know it for life. If you just tell them the word, they're not learning. You know, it's no use at all. So, that word was difficult, but she could have had a board building at all. But Mum just went, Comstock. That's the word, like carry on, hurry up, come on, I've got dinner to cook, quick. That's the sort of attitude we're getting this in. You know, let's get through this. So, try again.
We go to the Comstock
Do you think she's understanding this? Do you think the little girl's understanding that page?
No.
That was read so disjointed and slowly. She's not comprehending what she's reading. Mum needs to go over that again. Maybe talk about it with her. Reading like that without fluency does not give comprehension.
Geese and chickens and a big fat turkey walked with us on our way to the orchard where the apples grow.
Mum probably enjoyed that page. It was pretty quick. So we're sort of modelling here that reading really slowly, where it's so disjointed, doesn't help comprehension. Reading so fast and not taking any notice of punctuation, there's no sense. They must pause at full stops, periods, whatever we call them. They need to pause. There we had geese and chickens and a big, fat turkey. Okay, we needed to pause, not so fast, and Mum should have picked up on that. Not relieved that that page was finished. Okay?
My father picks apples. My mother does too. I climb into a little apple tree and pick the reddest apples of all. When our basket is full of red and shiny apples, we go to the field where the pineapples grow. Pineapples. Right again. What's that part? Where is it? Plump, plump, plumpkins. Plumpkins? Plumpkins. Plumpkins. Pumpkins. 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 What are pumpkins?
Listen to Mum is telling us. Pumpkins! Of course you know it's pumpkins! Come on!
That's the page with all the pictures of the pumpkins on it.
If your child can't read a word, give them time. I think I'm going to stop. It's a bit noisy. I'm sorry, mums and dads, but there's a bit too much noise. The teacher in me's coming out today, but I've got people not listening at the back. Uh-oh. because you're a champion. Turn around to these mummies and daddies and tell them what you just said.
They can explain together what happened in the book.
Retell the story exactly as you've said. It's not finished. If you want to know if your child's understood what they've read, close the book. Now, what was that story about? Can you tell me? What have we just read?
It was about pumpkins and they went and got apples and ants.
Oh, it's rubbing off, isn't it? You know, not quite good enough. So now she needs a little bit of coaching. She needs some questions from Mum about the book. Rereading the book. Nothing wrong with rereading it tomorrow, because that's how they're going to build their fluency, by rereading. So predicting what's going to happen next. Mum should have stopped halfway. What's going to happen next? Where are they going? Where do you think they're going? Using some prediction. Okay? That is not how you read a book. But I hope Mum's learned and will be better tomorrow and try again. When you're choosing books, choose what we call just right. It's a bit like Cinderella, you know the porridge? It was too hot, then too hard. It was too cold, too easy. It was just right. They want a just right book to read. If on a page there are 5 words they struggle with, use your 5 fingers and count those words. That book's too hard. You have to think about if you were reading, you know, like a really important document of Word, and it's taking you a long time to sort of take it in. You're not going to enjoy it. They've got to enjoy reading. They take books home, they bring books from the library, and there are bookshops. You're going to go on vacation maybe at Christmas, over the winter holiday. Go to a bookshop, spend a few hours there. Not choose some books quick, because they need to look at the front cover, they need to look at the titles, they want to choose them. Okay? Have you any questions on us before we start modelling? We want you to do it now, you see. Any questions? Nothing? That was that clear? Brilliant. If it was that clear, we'd want yes.
How much of those, let's say, auto reading support from like YouTube or even mobile recipes we have to manage? What do you think is sometimes too much? And
if you're just using Kids and YouTube, you are missing that holding a book and snuggling.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking because it's too balancing.
You need to balance it. I don't know about you, but I can't snuggle with an iPad. I don't know. Any of the staff want to say anything about using iPads, Kids? They're great. And we're here in Saudi Arabia, there's not a lot of bookshops. So it's really good that we've got Kids. But if that's all people use, it's not going to give you that joy of reading.
And
yes, it's not.
I agree. I think Kids and the electronic stuff is really good for instructional, for having the kids practice, for practicing the decoding, practicing comprehension, but having books, reading physical books with your kids instills a joy of reading, a love of books, a love of literature.
Thank you for that. Yes.
Also, we get a lot of questions. People who might not necessarily have English as their first language, they say, do we have to read books that are already in English? The point of this is we want you to is that they learn vocabulary and use it. So obviously English books are great, but if you've got books in your own language for children to read as well, they're valuable too.
You could use the same comprehension strategies in any language. Make a connection, make a prediction, summarize the story. You can do that in your native language.
Yeah, all the things we just suggested can be done in French, in Spanish, you know. It's exactly the same. Anything else? I thought that was useful because if you read that way at home, you will see them reading progress. That's how we do it in school every day. We have hot chocolate with marshmallows. We have biscuits, cookies. We have coffee and tea, just to keep some of us awake. If you'd like to, get a coffee, get a hot chocolate, and just find somewhere to go and read with your children. But not like this way. Thank you. Please help yourself